What's good with your fam? Give me a second. Let me make sure everything is working. Make sure everything is copacetic.
Robinhood is an investing app that Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy.
Check, 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 check. Oh yeah, we good. What's good with your fam? Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing, man. Hey, listen, man. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to the channel. And like I always say, man, if you're new here, I want you to be here. So I want you to think about subscribing as we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, man. Um, Triple G, man, he's making this comeback, man. Nobody has seen Triple G since his loss to Canelo. It was obviously devastating to him. You know, nobody wants to lose a fight that close, man. Especially when so many people think that you won. Um, I thought it was real close. I definitely gave Triple G the first fight. The second fight was a lot more competitive on Canelo's side, and I can't see how, the judges gave it to Canelo. You know what I mean? Because he did what they didn't expect him to do, and that's stepping straight to Triple G, man, and bringing the fight to him, man. So I'm not gonna argue about that second that second fight. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, I think it should be 1-1. Um, one for Canelo and one for Triple G, but that's not the case. But we move on. And now, depending on his performance tonight against Steve Rose, we may get a third fight. We may get a third fight, man. But Triple G's got to look spectacular. He got to go in there and punish Steve Rose. I mean, he got to punish him. Hector Martin, what's good with your fam? Nature Peeps, I see you, man. Got my homie Mansoor Watson in the house. Appreciate y'all stopping through. Yeah, man, on the wheels of steel. You know what it is, fam. I just wanted to come through for this, you know, Triple G versus Steve Rose. I know a lot of people don't got the zone, don't like the zone. So I figured I'd come on here and I'll give people the blow by blow commentary, of what I think the fight is, of how I think the fight is going, man. We got a lot of shit going on in boxing, man. Man, I'm hearing that. They saying that Manny Pacquiao has sprained his ankle, you know, but he said the fight will go on. Now, is that a setup for an excuse later on down the line? I mean, if you sprained your ankle and you're going to continue with the fight anyway, why announce that you sprained your ankle? I just don't see the logic behind that, man. I just don't see the logic behind that, man. But the good news is the fight is on. The fight is on. Those amateur fights was cool, fam. I was streaming them live, and then I went back and I can't find them. You know what I'm saying? I can't find them. I don't know what YouTube did, man, but I can't find them on my page. I don't know if they're going to load up later. Sometimes they load them up later, man. But there's some good amateur fights in there, man. I got to see some good young up and coming fighters, man. We had all the Pittsburgh great fighters were there, man. We had Rako War, Saunders in the house, man. Paul Spatafor was in the house. Uh, Gerald G5 Cheryl was in the house. You know what I mean? We had, a lot of people was in there, man, supporting the West Side boxing community. Um, they need some volunteers, man. And I was talking to the guy, Chris Ralph, who actually runs the West Side Boxing Academy, and I might do some volunteering for him, man. So be on the lookout for that. I love the young up and coming fighters, man, who really trying to, make something of themselves, man. And I got a couple hours a week that I can give them. I'm going to go ahead and give them. So I'm going to go ahead and look into that, man. Hector Martin says Puerto Rican fighter look really good. Which one was that? Hector Martin. I don't know which one you talking about, fam. But yeah, man, they got. I'm watching the zone now. They're just talking about the Andy Ruiz, and Anthony Joshua. Man, that's still on everybody's mind. That's still a big shock to everybody, man, including myself, man. Nobody's seen that, man. They're making this guy Andy Ruiz into this big. People got him on their pound for pound list now. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, everybody knew that he was gonna win. You know what I mean? Now everybody just jump. It just kills me. It just I'm just flabbergasted by how all of a sudden everybody just know how skillful Andy Ruiz is. You know what I mean? Now, I knew the boy had skills. I knew he could fight, but I did not expect him to go in there and do what he did, the way that he did to Anthony Joshua. And for all these people to come out now and claim that they seen it the way that it would happen, it's crazy. It's laughable, man. They need to stop it, man. Stop it. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Stop it, man. I hope Anthony Joshua could bounce back from this, man. Cause you know, I really want to see Wilder and Joshua at their best. You know what I mean? But Andy Ruiz now could be in that mix, man. People arguably thought that he beat Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker is the only man before Andy Ruiz that Anthony Joshua did not knock out. You know what I'm saying? So Andy Ruiz is definitely a player in the heavyweight division, man. Definitely a player in the heavyweight division. We just don't know how good he is, man, because I don't think that he faced the best Joshua that night. My man Master Watson says, "What's funny is we all have these wannabe boxing managers on YouTube talking about 50-50 splits, talking big Willie shit, but complain about $20 monthly or 833 per month for the zone." I know, it's crazy, and they hide behind the fact that uh, they don't want to support Eddie Hearn. But what these fools fail to realize, Eddie Hearn does not own the zone. Eddie Hearn is with Matchroom, who just showcases their fights on the zone. The zone is its own entity, man. Eddie Hearn does not own the zone. So if you're boycotting the zone because of Eddie Hearn, then something's wrong with you mentally, man. You need to think about what's going on upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Right now they got Steve Rose in the dressing room warming up. Gennady Golovkin, he's getting his hands taped. Getting ready for action. I thought they was the next matchup on, man, but he's still getting his hand wrapped. I don't understand what's taking so long. That's why I jumped on live, because I thought it was the main event. Um, 'Cause I don't know none of those dudes from the undercard. None of them, fam. None of them. So that's why I figured I wait for the main event, and I jump on here and I talk my shit then. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. What y'all think about Manny Pacquiao talking about he sprained his ankle? You know? Okay, you sprained your ankle. Why even bring it up if you still gonna fight the fight? Why even bring it up? Is you putting the excuse already in people's head in case you go to sleep, which I think is going to happen, which I think definitely going to happen, man. Um, Keith Thurman wanted this fight forever, man. He wanted this fight forever. And I do think Keith Thurman is going to um, you know, go all out in this fight, man. And, Manny Pacquiao's still dangerous, man. He's still a 8 division world champion, man. So regardless of how old he is, regardless if people think he's slowed down, man, you can't go to sleep on him. They say he's pissed off, he's mad because of Keith Thurman running his mouth. But that's what Keith Thurman do. Keith Thurman been running his mouth since he stepped on the scene. But man, they say Manny's taking it real personal. Keep talking about he going to end his career. You know what I'm saying? Say he going to make him a full-time senator. You know what I'm saying? Hector Martin said Pack is old. He's done. Yeah, man. Pacquiao may just be able to pull one more rabbit out the hat. He didn't look his best against Adrian Broner, but he showed in that fight that he still can punch. He showed that he still can punch because he had Broner hurt a couple times with that left hand in that fight. But I can see his legs ain't there, man. And with a guy with the movement of Keith Thurman gonna put it on him, in my opinion, man. Then he talking about he sprained his ankle on top of that, man. So he ain't gonna be as mobile. I don't know, man. But you still got time, man. With that fight in July, yeah, you got a lot of time, man. A sprained ankle, that'll take no time to heal up, man. Excuse me. My man Mansoor says boxing fans are a gang of Sunday morning quarterbacks. All these dudes talking about they picked Andy to win or knew who he would win. Jokers, man. Yeah, they lying, bro. They lying, man. You know what I mean? A lot of them, and they looking in the camera and saying it with a straight face. Like I told y'all, Andy Ruiz was gonna do this. I told y'all, but I can go back to their videos. I can go back to their tweets. I can go back. There's a digital footprint of what these guys were saying. You know what I'm saying? So don't have me pull your card, man. But that's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? That is none of my business, man. My man Hector Martin says Thurman versus Spence. Man, to be honest with you, man, I think that would be a really, really good fight, man. But until Thurman gets his confidence to face Spence, I don't want to see it, man, because the way he's acting is like, man, he don't, like he don't want no parts of Spence. And me being like I said, there was one point in time when Keith Thurman was my favorite welterweight, man. He was my favorite welterweight. You know what I'm saying? But since the way he's acting, what I mean, he's just acting like a different fighter, man. Yeah, he's being honest with what he's saying, but as a fan, you don't want to hear your favorite fighter talk that way. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear your favorite fighter, you know, um, portray to be the baddest man on the planet. You understand what I'm saying? I want to see my favorite fighter act like he the baddest man on the planet, act like he cannot be touched. You know, and Keith Thurman just ain't acting like that, fam. E High said, "Has the fight started yet?" Nah, it ain't started yet. It's the next fight up yet. Next fight up. Both fighters are in the dressing room. Triple G just got his gloves signed, and Steve Rose is back there hitting the pads, and now they just got Sugar Ray Leonard and this other guy talking right now. So we're waiting for all of them to come out, man. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in to Big Faces Worldwide. We're gonna talk this shit. We're gonna call this fight blow by blow. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give it to y'all raw. Triple G, does Triple G still got it? Can he still go in there and punish guys like he used to? You know what I mean? The last two fights, against Canelo was a back and forth seesaw type of fights, man. So we haven't seen that destroyer in Triple G that we're used to, man. The Triple G used to go in there and punish dudes, man. I mean, put hands all on them, man. Put paws on them, break them down, man. You know what I'm saying? All people talked about was how strong Triple G was, how hard he can hit, man. But when Canelo was in there, Canelo was able to suck those punches up, man. Canelo got a beard on him. He showed it with Triple G. Everybody else Triple G fought, man. You could see the effect of his punches. You know what I'm saying? But that shit wasn't working with Canelo. Canelo, he was taking them shots, man. Especially in that second fight when they thought he was gonna run. Abel Sanchez was making the steak commercials, eating the steak, cutting it up in nice little pieces. Talking about fight Mexican style, and what I'm saying. Triple G said, "How was Abel Sanchez talking about Mexican style?" And he lived in California all his life. Hey man, this new Triple G is talking big shit. I like this new Triple G, man. I think Abel was keeping Triple G restrained. You know what I mean? He was keeping him restrained. Abel Sanchez is like a no nonsense type of dude. He likes to run the show, and Triple G allowed him to do that for many years, man. But it comes a point where your career where you got to take the reins of your own career and you got to run the show yourself, man. And that's what Triple G did. Now Triple G is speaking out more. You see, he talked about Anthony Joshua. talking about the steroid test, you know what I'm saying? You see, he talking about, Abel Sanchez always yelling Mexican style, but he's lived in California all his life. Triple G is now speaking his mind, man, and I like this, man. My big question is, what does Jonathan Banks bring to a Triple G that we haven't seen? A 37-year-old Triple G. You know what I'm saying? Can he bring anything to the table, man? Let me see. We got this chat kind of moving, man. My man Mansour Watson said, "I never liked Thurman, bro. I know. I always felt he was a bully, calling out all the top 140 pounders moving up. I need one time to hit the canvas more than one time and catch a L for the first time." Wow. What's up, CMD Boxing Reports? My man Ronell Higg, man. If y'all ain't subscribed to CMD Boxing Reports, go check my man Ronell out, man. He does really, really good work, man. He's one of the first guys, on this YouTube that rock with your boy Big Faces, man. So I'm always gonna support CMD Boxing Reports, man. That's my guy. Um, CMD says, let's get those likes up, people. Yeah, hit the like button for you, man. I really appreciate it. Hector Martin says, want to see Tank fight top fighters. Now, Hector Martin trying to start something. You know what I'm saying? Hector Martin knows that Tank is my favorite, one of my favorite fighters, man. You know what I'm saying? And he know I'm a praise Tank. You know what I mean? But he also know that these dudes in the chat is going to talk bad on Tank. You know what I'm saying? So I know my man Hector Martin, man. That's my guy, though. Mansur Watson says, who you got in the Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia? That's a really good matchup, man. But I haven't heard no more about it. So I don't really know if they're gonna make it or not, man. I was watching a video with Robert Garcia, and he was just talking about how when it was put out there, they got a good reception by the people. Everybody was talking about it, but since then, I haven't heard nothing about it. So I'm not sure how serious they are about making the fight. But I can't call a winner in that fight. That's a really, really good fight. I would give the edge to Danny Garcia because he is the bigger guy. He is the guy that's been at 147 the longest, man. But you never could count out Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is a beast, man. Mikey Garcia is definitely got skills to pay the bills. He was able to go in there with the boogeyman Spence, man, and he got his ass whooped. You know what I mean, from pillar to post, but he was able to take that punishment, man. So that shows you how tough and mentally determined Mikey Garcia is, man. A weaker guy, a weaker fighter would have been checked out. But Mikey Garcia was so mentally tough that he wanted to finish that bell. You know what I mean? He wanted to finish that fight to the final bell, even if that meant taking an ass whooping. You know what I mean? My man Lewis Coleman slid in the crib. What's good with your fam? He says Hector Martin and Mansour Watson. Thurman is the top welterweight. Thurman is the final level. Only welterweight to have two titles. Now what? You heard my man Lewis Coleman says. Hulk smash that like button, fam. I appreciate you, man. Hector Martin says LOL. Nature Peeps says 2K. Mansour Watson, what happened with the Gamboa versus Tank fight? I don't know. That just flew away, man. He's fighting some other guy. I can't even think of his name right now. Um, my man Shubham Sharma. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If not, I apologize for it. But I appreciate you, man, coming through. He says this stream is not authorized in now to avoid further action. Hey, my man, I don't know what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? But this stream, I'm allowed to talk about boxing, man. I'm not showing no footage. You're not hearing nothing from the fight. All you hearing is me talking. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what you talking about, man. Matter of fact, I don't appreciate you coming here saying that. Whoever you are, what ain't authorized about this stream? I don't know. But one of you guys with the wrench, if y'all could, man, get my man Shubham Sharma. Can you get him out of here for me, man? Because I don't know what he talking about. And I ain't appreciating him coming on here spitting that propaganda. You know what I'm saying? So, one of you guys with the wrenches, man, take my man up out of here, man. Um, I appreciate that, Lewis Coleman. I appreciate that. I don't know what he was talking about, where he coming from. Ain't nobody showing no footage over here. You know, Hector Martin says Mikey got handled. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, man. And Mikey, I thought Mikey was gonna hide a little bit. We ain't see him for about a month after that, man. But he came back out. You know what I'm saying? He poked his head back up out of the hole, man. And he's still talking with his head held high. And I like that about Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia got you know, um, a lot of pride. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of pride, and I like that about him. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Garcia, if he do fight Danny Garcia, he gonna give it everything. You know what I mean? He gonna give it everything he got. Um, but Danny Garcia's hell of a matchup against uh, Adrian Granados, that one sided beat down. I mean, it was expected for Danny Garcia to win it, but the way he did it was real impressive, man. Nobody went in there. Nobody's ever knocked Adrian Granados out. Yeah, I know he got like 6 losses or whatever, but every fight that Adrian Granados was in, he gave a good fight. You know what I'm saying? He was in the fight. You know what I mean? He was given as much as he was taken. But Danny Garcia just went in there, man, and just like he just walked through him. He had a lot on the line, man. You know what I mean? He had a lot to prove, and he wanted to make a big statement, and I think he did that. I think he did that. Although it wasn't against a top guy, it was against a guy who was tough, a guy who had a reputation of being tough. You know what I'm saying? So Danny Garcia is back in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Mansell Watson says, Lewis Coleman, when was the last time Thurman wasn't hurt in a fight? Thurman's looked like he always on the verge of getting beat, bruh. Even if he win, first lower level they put hands on him. I mean, but the guy wins, fam. He wins. He's undefeated. And that's part of being a champion. Part of being a champion is able to take those type of shots. Is able to look vulnerable, but able to overcome it. You know what I mean? Able to overcome it and do your thing and come out with the W. You know what I mean? No matter how you get it, you come out with it. And that's what Thurman always managed to do, man. But I gotta admit, Thurman ain't acting right now. You know what I mean? I'm upset with him. He ain't acting right. His body language ain't right. The words coming out his mouth ain't right. I'm not sure if he the same guy. I'm not sure he's the same Keith Thurman out that said, "You better not duck me, son." Is he that same dude? Is he that same guy? Does he have that same fire? He got that pretty new wife, man. You know what I'm saying? She may have took a lot out of my boy. You know what I'm saying? You may have took a lot of my boy. My boy met her in the bar. He was drinking. He was drunk. You know what I'm saying? And she came by and put that Spanish fly on his ass. And next thing you know, you see my man up in the mountains playing flutes and dancing all type of foreign dances and missing in action but now he's back. Now he's back talking that shit. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see against the legend Manny Pacquiao if he still got it. We're gonna see if he still got it. Garcia looked good. Uh, Danny, yeah, he definitely looked good. He definitely looked good. Mikey was talking shit about Canelo like the hater he is. Mikey was hating on Bud, hating on Loma, and now he's hating on Canelo. I'm hoping Danny gives Mikey the Granados treatment. Yeah, Mikey's like, he's like a. Sometimes he act like he be talking down to people. Sometimes he act like he a little bit better than people, man. And that's one thing that what I'm saying that kind of rubs me the wrong way about Mikey. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. You know what I mean? I definitely dig what you're saying. I definitely dig what you're saying. Um, Lewis Coleman firing shots back. He said, Mansoor, when is the last time Spence fought a decent fighter at 147? Algieri, Ocampo, Peterson, and Little Mikey. Doof, doof, doof. My man shooting shots, baby. Matthew Isaacs, what's good with you, fam? Fam, welcome to the chat. I'm not familiar with Matthew, man, but I appreciate you stopping through. Matthew says Thurman's scared of the boogeyman Earl Spence, brother. Yes, you can see it. You can see that he don't want that smoke right now. Steve Rose is in the ring, man. Steve Rose is in the ring. Once the fight start, man, I'm gonna be focused on the fight. I'm not gonna be able to read y'all chat, y'all chats in here, man. But I'm gonna try to read it in between rounds, man. Thurman is the same dude, but the game's changed. He was the only shark in the water back then, but now there's killer whales in that bitch, and he's showing his true colors. Woo! My man said there's killer whales in that. You ain't lying. There's killer whales in there, man. But wait till this boy from Philly come up. I've been telling y'all about this dude, Jerron Ennis, for a while now. Since I started my channel, I've been telling y'all about this boy from Philly named Jerron Ennis, man. Wait till he get in the mix. He about to get in the mix in a year or two, man. You know what I mean? He got 20 something fights in. You know, anytime now, it's time for him to step up, man. It just takes one of these networks, man, to put him on. That's all he needs is a shot. All he needs is a platform. And once people really see him, I think Showtime had him on there. You know what I mean? But once really people really start to see this boy Jerron Ennis, he gonna be a player in that welterweight division too. He ain't no joke. You got the boy Jamal James, from Minnesota. He ain't no joke. Welterweight division is hot, man. You know what I mean? You got some names other than the five names that were the usual suspects. You got names in this welterweight division that people ain't too familiar. The mainstream people ain't too familiar with, but these guys can rumble. These guys got knuckles. These guys ready to knuckle up, man. Just watch. They're gonna be ducking their head up in a minute. Lewis Coleman says Ennis is a beast. He called out Earl. Yeah, he called out Earl, man. He's real confident too. He's real confident. My man's flashy. He got skills, and he talked that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's something about a fighter that talk that shit and back it up. You know what I mean? There's one thing to talk the shit, but then you go in the ring and you don't throw your hands like my man. I hate to keep calling him out, like my man AB. He talk all the shit in the world, but then he get in the ring and don't throw his hands, man. I ain't feeling that, man. But I'm, you know what I mean? I ain't feeling that. But AB has been looking better. You know what I'm saying? But he still ain't letting that trigger go like you want to see it, man. You know what I mean? You gotta take that that pin out that thing and release it like a full automatic trigger. You know what I'm saying? He just clicking, clicking, clicking. Nah, keep your finger on that thing. Let that thing spit. You know what I mean? Emmanuel Ocampo, what's good with your fam? I appreciate you stopping through. I ain't familiar with your name, but thanks for stopping through. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you're yet to subscribe, think about subscribing because we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, man. My man Emmanuel Ocampo says, hey, bro, is Canelo versus Triple G3 happening? Well, the way they talking about, they saying if Triple G look real good tonight, that Eric Gomez, who is the president of Golden Boy, they're gonna sit down with Oscar and Canelo next week, and they're gonna see what they're gonna do. So Triple G's got to look really, really, really good tonight, man, to get people to start talking about him again, to put his name on people's tongue, man. Because the last thing people remember is Triple G losing to Canelo. You know what I mean? So people forgot how dangerous Triple G is. Triple G is now in the ring. Steve Rose is now in the ring. The referee is my man, none other than Steve Willis, the guy with all the faces. Um, yeah, Steve Rose looked like he just happy to be there, man. You know, Lewis Coleman says, man, sir, let's be honest. Spence got called out by Crawford. Spence is a height job, hasn't fight nobody since Cal Brook. Whoa, we throwing shots, fam. Whoa, Emmanuel Ocampo has subscribed to the channel. I appreciate that, fam. Thanks for watching, man. I appreciate that. You know, I definitely appreciate that, man. They in the ring. Joe Martinez is the ring announcer, and he is announcing the fight right now. I don't know who that guy was talking about my stream was illegal. Um, you know, I usually sometimes play the you know the national anthems and shit like that, man. But I don't know who that guy is. You know what I mean? That guy, might be trying to get Big Faces shut down. So we gotta keep my Johnny one eye on him. You know what I mean? Whoever that was. But my man Lewis Coleman got his ass up out of here, man. Where he needs to be up out of here. You dig? Steve Willis. Steve Willis don't be playing no games, man. He's a funny dude, man. He's a funny dude, man. But I'm gonna call this fight blow by blow. You might think I'm uh Roy Jones, uh Andre Ward, Polly Malignaggi, the way I'm about to flip this tongue. You understand me, man? Nah, man, but I'm gonna try to enjoy this fight, man. I appreciate y'all enjoying it with me. I love watching these fights, man, with my big faces fam. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing like it. Um, oh, man. So Watson come back. He's shooting shots again. He says, Elder Barge ain't trying to fight nobody, fam. I'm rolling with Bud anyway. Bud, Elder Barge, ducking both of them dudes, bro. Bud is my guy. I got Bud number one pound for pound. No doubt about it. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Lewis Coleman says, on the other hand, the final level, aka one time, has fought Garcia, Porter, Guerrero, Collazo. All of them are ex champions. There's no doubt about it, man. When you look at the welterweight division, Keith Thurman is it's Keith Thurman and Sean Porter. They got the best resumes at 147. No doubt about it. They have fought the best competition, the toughest dudes there. You know what I mean? They definitely got the and I would say Keith got the better resume because he won. You know what I mean? Sean fought everybody, but he got two L's. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman fought everybody and he won. You know what I mean? He let them guys have his belt. You know what I mean? If you think about it, Sean Porter, that's Keith Thurman's belt. You know? That's Keith Thurman's belt. The both guys that Keith Thurman beat fought for his belt. He already beat both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fought for his belt. That's his shit. That's his title. You know what I mean? And it's just a matter of time before he attempt to grab that thing back. If Earl Spence ain't fighting Sean Porter, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with that. Sean Porter said he signed the thing. All right, this fight about to start, fam. This fight about to start. Anthony Willis, what's good with your fam? Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm gonna read this last comment before this fight starts. Lewis Coleman says Keith about to add Manny to his record. Damn. Now Earl and Crawford are doing. All right, here we go. Rolls coming out to the middle of the ring. He's throwing his jab. Triple G is doing his usual. He's throwing his jab. He got a lot of upper body movement. He's on his toes. Triple G is bouncing around, back and rolls up with his double jab a little bit. Looking good, looking sharp. Nobody has landed nothing significant. We're only 25 seconds in. You can see Rolls definitely got the reach advantage. His jab is a little bit longer. He look a little bit bigger than Triple G. Nobody has landed nothing yet. Nothing yet. 35 seconds in, I haven't seen one punch land. Okay, there go a nice jab for Triple G. Uh, Both guys are just filling each other out, doing a lot of feinting. Rolls throws a jab down to the body. Triple G shows no reaction. No reaction to that. Guys tangled up in the middle of the ring. 1 minute gone. Triple G comes back out swinging. Nice headshot by Steve Rolls. Right hand to the head to Golovkin. Golovkin jabs Rolls to his face. Both guys are doing a lot of movement, a lot of feinting, a lot of sticking the jab out, not really trying to hit nothing, but just trying to get a reaction out of their opponent. Triple G's goes downstairs. Both guys are in the center of the ring. Rose is not giving an inch. Rose is not acting intimidated. He goes down to the body with a jab. Rose is not acting intimidated at all. I'm surprised. I thought he would be, on his bicycle a little bit, on his back foot a little bit. No, he's going toe to toe with Triple G. He is in the center of the ring, not giving ground at all, man. No significant punches landed, like I said. Triple G, a couple jabs landed for both guys. Left hook by Triple G. Um, Rose comes back with a jab of his own. Yeah, ain't too much going on. Ain't too much going on, man. Both guys is just throwing jabs out there. Nothing landing really flush. Rose is right up in there with a 1-2. Guys wrapping up. Got about 30 seconds left in the round. This is a tough round to score. Neither guy did anything significant. Now Triple G hits him with a 1-2, goes to the body. Triple G is now coming on in the last 30 seconds. Caught him with some nice body shots. Now Rose try to go to the body of Triple G. Triple G with a nice 1-2 to the head. Catches Rose with a nice left hook. Triple G had, the first minute, first 2.5 minutes, nothing happened. Nothing was going on. But I think Triple G came back in the last 30 seconds, was able to steal the round. He went down to the body. What I'm saying? He caught him with a couple hooks. You know what I mean? So I'm going to give that round to Triple G. You know what I'm saying? They showing that Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua thing again. They keep showing replays of this thing, man. I guess they got some type of special after this fight about Anthony Joshua and the Ruiz fight. They got some type of special jumping off after this. So if you guys got the zone, y'all can check that out. I get our first round of Triple G by a very slim margin. Last 30 seconds, he was able to make something happen, and make it happen. Not too much, but he landed a couple body shots. He landed a couple hooks on Steve Rose. You know what I mean? So therefore, I gave that to him. But neither one of these guys did much in that first round. Round two underway. Let's see. Both guys come out to the center of the ring, ready to get it popping. Rose has come to fight. Rose has come to fight. You could tell by his posture. You could tell by he's not on the back foot. Nice right overhand right by Steve Rose. We just had nice down. Rose goes down to the body of Triple G. Comes back with a left hook. Back down to the body. Steve Rose is trying to look a little good right here, man. This is the place where the upset happened last week. That's all that's on Steve Rose's mind. Nice right hook by Triple G. Rose answers with a nice stiff jab. Both guys lock it up. Referee breaks him up. Nice jab by Rose. He's keeping that stick out there in Triple G's face, man. He's keeping it right out there in his face. Triple G goes down to the body. Nice body work by Triple G. I mean, good body works. Rights and lefts to the body. Rose comes back with a stiff 1-2. Triple G answers with a double hook, double left hook of his own, triple left hook. Rose is right there in the middle, man, right there in the fire with him, jabbing with him, throwing blow for blow. He got Gennady Golovkin on retreat. Nice left hand by Steve Rose. Steve Rose ain't looking bad in this left round. In his second round, I mean, he's looking like he belongs there. A lot of people say he didn't belong in the ring with Triple G, but right now, Steve Rose is looking like he belongs in there, man. It's not looking like he's outclassed at all. Nice 1-2 by Steve Rose. He's giving as much as he's taking. It's a back and forth affair. Gennady Golovkin goes to the body. He hits Steve Rose with a left hook and may have stunned Steve Rose. Now Gennady doubles up on a left hook. Steve Rose come back with a 1-2 of his own. Oh my goodness, he is hitting Triple G with some good shots, man. Triple G's in a fight here. He thought Steve Rose was going to lay down. Steve Rose is not laid down. Nice 1-2-3 combination by Gennady Golovkin. Oh man, they getting busy, man. They getting busy. Yeah, both guys are head to head, Mexican style as they like to call it, in the center of the ring. They are exchanging blows. One guy throws a 1-2, the other guy goes to the body. It's all good. Triple G get a nice stiff jab in there. Steve Rose answers with a jab of his own. Nice 1-2 by Gennady Golovkin. Steve Rose come back with a nice 1-2. Golovkin retreats back into the corner. Guys lock it up. Now they back it up. Golovkin's going down to that body a lot. We haven't seen Golovkin go down to the body like this in a long time. But Steve Rose is in this fight, fam. Steve Rose is in this fight, fam. CMD, I give the second round of Rose. Me too. Me too. I got it 1-1, fam. I got it 1-1. Um, yeah, Steve Rose come to fight. I'm shocked. I ain't shocked, man. It's the year of the upsets, man. It's the year of the upsets. I'm gonna do a video about the upsets that we've seen and the possible upsets that we can see. You know, yeah, Rose is 19-0. Lewis Coleman, no doubt. He ain't no, he ain't no slouch. He ain't no sucker. I seen him fight a couple times. I've seen him um, get a little sloppy late in fights. He had a problem with stamina issues. He was on Showbox a couple times. Um, yeah, he snapped Triple G's head back with that straight left, man. You know, right now Triple G is not being dominant. He is not dominating Steve Rose. I know it's still early; it's only the third round, but these guys come out and they're ready for action. Let's see what's happening. Both guys come to the center of the ring, man. Steve Rose throwing that jab out there like he been. Nice 1-2 by Steve Rose. Another 1-2 by Steve Rose. Got Gennady Golovkin backing up on the back foot. Triple G comes back now, doing a little feinting, a lot of head movement. Triple G goes down to the body, catches him with a body shot. Triple G's body work during these first three rounds, you gotta admit, has been excellent. I'm impressed, man. Last couple fights against Canelo, he was not going down to the body a lot. Triple G is taking a lot of jabs from Steve Rose, man. Steve Rose is in this fight. Right now, this fight is very close, you know, is very close. Steve Willis breaks him up. He come back out, man. Golovkin is throwing combinations. Steve Rose is like in like a peekaboo guard, and Golovkin is letting loose. Steve Rose come out of the peekaboo guard with a nice left hook, right hook that missed. Triple G throws his hook of his own, man. Guys wrapping up. This is a good fight, man. This is a decent fight so far. So good, man. Both guys looking good. Both guys is very active. Triple G catches him with a nice right hand. Nice left hook by Triple G. Nice left hook by Triple G. Rose come out with the jab. Goes down to Triple G's body. Guys are nose to nose, head to head, swinging punches, man. This is a good fight. Really good fight. Golovkin with a stiff jab, man. We got that nice jab, man. Ooh, nice 1-2 by Steve Rose. Oh, man, that was the best punch of the fight. Lewis Coleman, if Triple G keep going to the body, Steve Rose will have stamina issues maybe later, or it will pay dividends for Triple G. Yeah, man, like I said, I've seen Rose have stamina issues in fights late in the past, man. And the way Golovkin's going down to that body later on, it may take effect. Triple G's going down to the body right now. Rose is not answering. There was just like 6, 7 body shots by Triple G before a punch was thrown by Rose. So Rose may be tiring as we speak, and it's only the third round. Or maybe he's just taking a rest. Rose come out with a nice 1-2. He goes down to the body himself, man. Hey, man, listen. For those people that thought Steve Rose was going to be scared of Triple G, he ain't scared. He still might get knocked out. He still might get his ass whooped. But he's here to fight, fam. He's here to fight, you know. Yeah, so far so good, man. We got a good fight, man. Back and forth. Round four about to come up. I will have to give that round to Triple G right now. So I will say it's 2-1 Triple G. Triple G did a little bit more in that round. It seemed like Steve Rose slowed down just a little bit. He was in his little peekaboo guard, allowing Triple G to land shots to the body, land hooks to the side of the head, and he was not answering back right away like he was in the previous rounds. So I'm gonna give that round to Triple G. I'm gonna give that round to Triple G. Fourth round coming up. Right now it's very competitive fight. Triple G is not dominating Steve Rose like everybody thought. At least not yet. Still a lot of fight left. It's only the fourth round, baby. Fourth round underway. Let's see. Ah, Rose come out, eats a couple jabs from Triple G, throws a couple shots that miss. Though he keep popping a triple jab out there of his own that miss. Triple G is now closing the distance a little bit. This is a good fight, man. Steve Rose is in there to fight, baby. You know, they might be calling him Canadian Rocky by the end of the night. You dig me? You hear me, man? Hey, listen, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in to Big Faces Worldwide. If you did not hit that like button, man, hit that like button for me, fam. I really appreciate it. Both guys are in the center of the ring getting busy. A lot of people thought Steve Rose was going to be on his back foot, but now he's taking right hooks by Triple G. Right hook to the body, right hook to the side of the head. He's in a pickaboo guard. Triple G is finding a way through that guard. Triple G is landing a lot more in this round. A lot of less offense by Steve Rose. He's not throwing as many punches as he was in the earlier rounds. Triple G is starting to get in a rhythm here. You know, although Rose is still fighting back, Triple G is starting to get in a rhythm. Nice one, too, by Steve Rose. Triple G goes with a nice combination. Triple G throws his punches at a crazy angle. You know what I mean? My man D Jefferson done slid in here. What's up, fam? You know how Triple G throw his punches like go up and kind of down, like at a weird angle, man. Rose is hurt. Rose goes down. He is out. Triple G counter with a left. He is down for the count. Don't look like his ass is getting up. Fourth round. He was looking good, but now his ass is down. Steve Willis is counting. He and waved it off. Triple G has knocked his ass out with a straight left hand. I told y'all Triple G was getting into a rhythm. He was starting to look good. Ah man, but credit to Steve Rose, man. He didn't come to lay down. He came to fight. Triple G stands up on a. Oh, I even thought he was on a roll, but Triple G is, he's celebrating like he should. Celebrating like he should. My man Dan Franco, what's good with your fam? He says Big Face more talented commentator than Polly. Hey man, I appreciate you joining the show, man. I appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you. Anthony Willis says boom. Yeah, man, it was a boom, man. We all thought it was coming, and it came. Anthony Willis said Triple G ain't done yet. Hey, nah, he ain't done. Triple G says he got some more in the tank. Said he got some more to give, man. You know, he got that 6 fight deal. This is only the first fight. He got 5 more. You see that punch right there? You see how his punches his punches go up and come down like in an arc. Triple G throws some weird ass punches, man. That punch on the top of the head, that's what hurt Rose. You know what I'm saying? But then this straight left finished him off. Watch this left right here. Watch this left right here. You know, he's catching him with a jab, boom, then a left right on the chin. Right on the chin, man. Steve Rose fell flat on your face. When you fall flat on your face, man, you know you got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? When you don't break your fall, you know your ass is done. And usually the fight's over with. He ain't even attempt to break his fall. You know what I'm saying? He just went out. You know what I mean? He just went out. Um, so now they're gonna be demanding uh, Triple G versus Canelo 3. Do y'all want to see a Triple G versus Canelo 3? You know, I mean, my man Dan Franco says Nelly watching this fight. Nello watching this fight. He's scared now. Oscar gonna keep him away. Triple G is back. Triple G definitely made a statement. He was looking to make this statement, and he made a statement, man. Um, is Canelo gonna fight Jamal Charlo? I mean, he been a WBC mandatory for over a year now. Since last April. Since last April, he been a WBC mandatory. Is he going? You know what I mean? Is he going to fight him? I know unifications trump mandatories. So the last couple fights been unification fights. You know what I'm saying? But a third fight with Triple G is not a unification. What is the WBC gonna do? You know, Canelo don't care about them belts, man. Canelo will throw that shit in the garbage. He uh he dropped the WBC belt way before. You know what I'm saying? He dropped it before. Canelo don't care about it, man. Them sanctioning bodies, they want a piece of that revenue. They want their percentage. So I doubt if they put any pressure on Canelo to make his mandatory fight with Jamal Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Willis says, Charlo, any chance against Canelo? I think he got a chance. I think it'll be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be a good fight. A fight that I would want to see. You know what I mean? We got to see Charlo at this elite level. You know what I'm saying? We've seen him dominate everybody he was supposed to dominate, but we want to see him at this elite level to see if he belong, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's the WBC mandatory, so he deserves that shot, man. You know, give him that shot. Emmanuel Campos says, you agree that Triple G won the first fight uh, to fight with Ranello? Yeah, I definitely give that first fight to Triple G. All day I gave that first fight to Triple G. And the second fight, it was really, really close. You know what I mean? But the way that Canelo fought him, you know, the way that he stepped to him, I could see why the judges had him winning. You know what I mean? Because he didn't give him no slack. You know what I mean? He came to fight. You know what I'm saying? But it was a real close fight. It was a really close fight. One that could have went Triple G's way. But I think the way that Canelo fought, even the judges didn't expect him to fight that way. So they gave him credit. You know what I'm saying? They gave him credit for fighting that way. You know, Lewis Coleman says Canelo got too much skills for Triple G. You know, and he's younger, man. You know what I mean? He's only getting better. Canelo ain't even 30 yet, man. That boy ain't even 30 yet, man. You know, Canelo has definitely surprised me with each fight. You know what I mean? I've watched Canelo, man, since he was a pup, and he has gotten better and better and better. You know, what Triple G talking about? He said Steve Rowe looked it good, looked it strong, couple rounds. Let's see if he called Canelo out. And I forgot they asked Triple G about what's the guy from the UK, my man BJ Saunders. Triple G said, "Come on, man, be serious, man, be serious." Like he laughed at my man, like he wasn't, like he wasn't about nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? They laughed at him like he wasn't about nothing. But that's a fight I want to see though. Billy Joe Saunders, he got some skills if he's on his game. Triple G say he back, guys. Let's see if he calls somebody out. He doing a lot of smiling, man. He's showing them pearly whites. There's a lot of people in the garden. You know what I mean? Being that there was a fight last week, I didn't think a lot of people show up 2 weeks in a row. But there's a lot of people in there. He said he want Canelo. He said he believed Canelo will fight him. He said bring him. You know, if he want the big drama show, he said bring him if he want the big drama show. but if I'm keeping it real with you, man, turn ESPN Valdez and Sanchez on the first round. Triple G needs to fight Canelo. Okay, okay. ESPN, is that ESPN Plus or regular ESPN? Lewis Coleman. I rocks with Oscar Valdez. He gets busy. Triple G, that hangover crowd from Ruiz, no doubt, no doubt. Hey, I'm gonna turn this. I'm gonna turn this ESPN on, man. See what Oscar Valdez doing. You know, if y'all ain't doing that, man, we gonna rock out a little bit more, man. We gonna rock out to Oscar Valdez, man. Regular ESPN. That's what's up. You know, I like to bust it up with my boxing fam, and let's talk some boxing, no doubt. See what my man Oscar Valdez doing, man. They might Shakur Stevenson, man. Shakur Stevenson might be. Y'all think he ready for Valdez? Shakur Stevenson been looking good, man. He been looking good lately. You know, my man Anthony Willis said, dude could have called out Andre. Yeah, man. Yeah, you right. You right about that. You right about that, fam. You right about that. I ain't even think about that. You right about that. You know, to go get that belt, and Andre would have took the fight. You know, you Triple G, he would have took that fight. You want a shot at the crown, but he want Canelo. He want the big money fight. That's what he want. He want that money. That's what he looking for. That money. You know. But being that he got, see, I don't know how that worked. Being that he already got the money from the zone, you know, do it matter who you fight? You know what I mean? Will he get more money for Canelo or what? See, I don't know how that worked. I don't know how that worked, man. But you know, I want to see Andre fight somebody too. You know, everybody always talk about Andre, and he's looked pretty good. He looked pretty good in his fights. Okay, man, my man Oscar Valdez is getting busy. You know, he working now with uh Eddie Reynoso too, Canelo's trainer, and I have seen some improvements in his defense. You know, Oscar Valdez, he's been a guy who in the past have shown no defense. He's always had a warrior's heart. He's always laid everything on the line, but he's a guy that gets hit too much. And being with Eddie Reynoso's hopefully able to bring some defensive skills to Oscar Valdez. You know what I'm saying? Where he's not always getting hit as much, where he's not always in the brawl. You know what I mean? Where he's not always, getting broken jaw and getting busted up and leaking all over the mat and shit like that. You know what I mean? So hopefully he can show some defense. It's the second round, man, and he going up against Sanchez. Um, you know, he's looking all right now. He's pumping the jab out there. You know, he's sticking the jab out there. He's got got some footwork going with him. He's moving his feet a little bit. Nice right hand by Sanchez. Sanchez hits him with another right. See, Oscar got to move his head, man. He got to start moving his head. You know what I mean? He got his gloves up to defend himself, but he's not moving his head. You know what I mean? He got to move his head. They got to get him with some head movement. You know, what my man Lewis Coleman talking about, man? He says, "Damn, it's a beautiful day here in the D. I grilled some leg quarters, sausage, and stuff. Hope everybody's safe and chilling." My man, I ain't know you was from the D, fam. That's what up. That's what up, man. He says, "Be blessed, good people and big faces." Um, Worldwide, I enjoyed the boxing talk as usual. Got to make a run. Peace. Hey, listen, fam. I definitely appreciate you coming through as always, man. You always welcome here, man. I definitely appreciate chopping it up with you, man. I appreciate you telling me about this ESPN fight too, man. Cause I forgot all about it, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I forgot all about it. They showing a picture of Oscar Valdez and Andy Ruiz back in 2008. Andy Ruiz had to be about 300 pounds, man. I mean, god damn. He was a big boy, you know. He said he want to look like the Mexican Anthony Joshua. He ain't never gonna have no 6 pack, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he should just be himself, man. Just continue to work out. Um, Oscar Valdez is getting pieced up a little bit by this dude Sanchez. He's getting pieced up a little bit, man. Oscar comes out with a double jab and right hook. He's looking alright. In the middle of the ring, both guys is they both exchanging jabs right now. Both of them popping their jabs out there. You know, nobody's really committing to no punches. Okay, Oscar Valdez going down to the body, a vicious body shot too, man. Wasn't just a regular body shot. Now Sanchez goes down to his body, goes upstairs. Ooh, nice right hand by Valdez. Valdez ain't moving his head, man. He needs some head movement. He needs some upper body movement. He needs to start slipping punches. You know what I'm saying? He got his guards up. You know what I mean? But he needs some movement. He needs some upper body movement in his defense, man, to be more effective, to not get hit as much. You know, Valdez is doing the stalking. Sanchez is on the back foot. Ain't a lot happening. Just a few jabs here, a body shot here and there, but there's no really good exchanges. Nice uppercut by Sanchez. He goes to the back of the head of Valdez. Mm. Nice left jab by Valdez. Knocks his head back. Sanchez comes back with a left hook. Valdez backs him up in the corner. Nice right hand by Valdez. Nice body work by Valdez. Valdez is definitely on the attack. Got Sanchez on the back foot. Sanchez comes back with the double, triple jab, trying to cut the distance on my man Oscar Valdez. But he ain't really committing, man. He's throwing punches like he's out of range. You know what I mean? He's not in range where those punches could really have an effect. He's in range where they can just barely touch him, but he's not committing to a punch where they're gonna have an effect on my man Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez got him in the corner. Let's see if he does some work. He catches him with a left hook. You know, Sanchez missing with a wild left hook of his own. Nice body work by Valdez. Valdez's face is all already marked up. That goes to show you he's getting touched. Valdez always gets touched, man. He gets touched, man. CMD, you still in here, fam? You like Oscar Valdez or what, man? You got Tyson Fury fighting Tom Schwartz. Any of y'all watch from Vanderpump? Lisa Vanderpump. You know Lisa Vanderpump? She Tom Schwartz works for Lisa Vanderpump, man. Nice fighting, man. He went from working out there in LA as a bartender. Now he's a rumbler. Now he's knuckling up. That's next week, next Saturday, man, on ESPN Plus. Oh, they say Tom Schwartz is 6'6" too. Okay, Sanchez come back. This is a boring fight, man. This fight ain't doing too much for me, man. You know, I'm not impressed with this fight, man. I'm about to get off this stream. You know what I'm saying? I'm not impressed at all with this fight. Um, Oscar Valdez, he's working with the Reynosos. I do see, a little improvement in his game. I see he's going down to the body much more than he usually does. But as far as head movement, I want to see some head movement by Oscar Valdez. I want to see some upper body movement. I want to see him slipping those punches, man. And he's not doing that. He got his guards up more. I like that. They got him to keep his hands up. but he's not, having that upper body movement that a good defensive fighter gonna need, man. Because every fight Oscar Valdez is it's been a war, man. He's always in these tough fights, and he's make these fights tough on himself because of his lack of defense. You know, right now both of these guys is just going back and forth, tick for tack. Um, I do think Oscar Valdez is definitely the aggressor. He is definitely landing the cleaner punches, but not by much. Not by much. You know what I'm saying? Oh, nice body work by Valdez. This body work might pay dividends later on down the road, man. It's only the fourth round. We got about a minute left. Both of these guys are getting busy, man. Um, Valdez sticking that jab out. Sanchez is sticking his jab out. Sanchez is not willing to close the gap enough to put himself in danger to really to really let his punches off. I mean, he's throwing shots. He's hitting Valdez with shots, but he's not in range to really to do the type of damage that you need to do. Nice right hand, double right hand by Sanchez. Now he's trying to step it up a little bit. Another right hand by Sanchez. He found a home for that right hand. Left hook by Valdez that snapped Sanchez's head back. Nice jab by Valdez. Both guys is looking good, man. That's the end of round four. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I want to come on here and I want to do that the zone card with Triple G and Steve Rose. Triple G is back. He made the statement that he wanted to make. He knocked Steve Rose out in the fourth round. It was a fight. That Steve Rose looked like he came to fight. Steve Rose was 19 and 0. He was undefeated. He did not come in this fight running from Triple G. He did not come in scared from Triple G. He came in there and stood his ground and went toe to toe with Triple G. And he had some moments in the fight, although the fight was short. He looked it decent. Anthony Willis, I appreciate you, fam. I thank you for coming to the channel, man. Please come back. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate everybody stopping through. You know what I mean? But Triple G, he wants that third fight with Canelo. Um, I'm sure the zone wants that fight with him and Canelo. You know what I mean? That'll bring the subscribers that they want. They're a subscriber based platform, so the more subscribers they get. Oh, Valdez knocks Sanchez down with a left hook. Oh, a nice left hook. Soon as the fifth round started, he looks clear headed. You know what I'm saying? He looks clear headed. Let's see. Valdez comes out. I'm gonna finish my thought in 1 second. He lands the right hand on Sanchez. Sanchez is dangerous. He's throwing shots. He's planting his feet, and he's letting his hands go. Valdez has to be careful, man. He has to be careful. Sanchez is very dangerous. He's not as hurt as Sanchez thinks, as Valdez thinks he is. He knocked him down, but his legs is up under him. He's good to go. Now back to what I was saying. The zone wants Triple G 3. Triple G wants Triple G Canelo 3. But I'm not sure that Canelo wants Triple G 3. I heard an interview with Oscar De La Hoya today saying that Triple G's gonna have to wait to get knocked out by Canelo. Now I took that to mean he ain't fighting him next. You know what I'm saying? Canelo got so many options. He can fight anybody he want to fight. Nicholas Sambrano, what's good with you, fam? He said same thing happened to AJ, gonna happen to Tank. He ain't fought no Class A fighters at all. C level. Damn, Nicholas, where that come from, fam? Where that come from? Come on, fam. Somebody told you that my man, that Tank was my guy, man. You trying to bait me into going back and forth with you with Tank, man. I was having a beautiful night, fam. And you gonna shoot them shots at me, fam. He hasn't fought no A class fighters. He hasn't. He hasn't. But you can see the difference and the temperament as with AJ and Tank. You know what I'm saying? You can see the the dog and the ferociousness in Javante Davis. You know what I mean? He ain't smiling all around, happy to be here and shaking hands and all. He ain't doing all that, man. He's a dog in that ring, man. You know what I mean? He ain't fought no elite fighters, man. But Jose Pedraza wasn't no tomato can. Jose Pedraza took Lomachenko the distance. Tank went in there and destroyed Jose Pedraza. You understand what I'm saying? But that's for another. Yeah, Nicholas, man, you on that bullshit, fam. You on that bullshit, man. But listen, he got me. He trying to get me started, man. But I ain't falling into your trap, man. I'm talking about Triple G and the Zone and Canelo, man. But listen, Oscar De La Hoya, he made it seem like they was in no rush to fight Triple G. But I know John Skipper and the Zone, they gonna put pressure on Golden Boy and Canelo to make that third fight with Triple G. You know what I'm saying? Whether it happened or not, I think there's a highly probability that it would happen. But the fight that could supersede that is the fight for undisputed, and that's against Demetrius Andre. Now Demetrius goes up against Masik Selecki. You know what I'm saying? What's that, next week or the week after? Coming up soon. You know what I mean? And a fight that he should win. Masik Selecki, he's a decent fighter. I was at his last fight, the Turner Stone Resort. We fight Gabe Rosado, man. Um, I was in press row. I was right there watching blow by blow, and I seen, Mason Tilecki was dominating Gabe Rosado early in that fight, but as the fight wore on, Mason Tilecki he had stamina issues, and the crowd in Philly. Now that wasn't the Turner Stone, that was in Philly, and the crowd in Philly, they willed, uh, Gabe Rosado to get a couple rounds in there late, man. He ended up dropping Selecki. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jacobs dropped Selecki late. You know what I mean? So we'll see what Demetrius Andre can do. I think Demetrius Andre is a better fighter than Danny Jacobs, in my opinion. Better fighter than Gabe Rosado, in my opinion. I think he hits harder than both of them, in my opinion. Both of those guys was able to drop Mason Selecki late in the fight. So we'll see what happens with Demetrius Andre. But Andre should get past Mason Selecki, and then we might get an undisputed fight with Canelo and Demetrius Andre. And I think that'll be one hell of a fight. Like I said, I think Andre is a better fighter than Danny Jacobs. I think he got more grit in him, more dog in him than Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs did not have that third gear that an elite fighter needs. I always said this about Danny Jacobs, man. He does not have that killer instinct that you need to be an elite champion. You know what I'm saying? He does not have it in him. He does not have it in him, you know? But I think Boo Boo Andrade has it in him. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he'll beat Canelo, but I think it will be a better fight than what we have seen with Danny Jacobs. So that's the only fight that may supersede the Triple G Canelo 3 is the fight for undisputed with Demetrius Andrade. So we'll see. You know what I mean? Eric Gomez, the president of Golden Boy, he said that he's going to sit down next week with Canelo Alvarez and Oscar De La Hoya, and they're going to see what's next for Canelo Alvarez. So, I'm going to stay tuned to it. Y'all stay glued to my channel. I'll keep y'all posted as to what's going on. If y'all see something that I ain't see first, don't hesitate to let me know. You know what I mean? So that way we all stay informed, man. But listen, I appreciate y'all tuning in to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing. If you have not yet did it, man, hit that like button for your fam, man. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, think about subscribing, because we stay knee deep in this boxing conversation, man. Dope Access Stallone, what's good with your fam? Canelo contract is too large for him to lose, man. No doubt. But you can see by the competition that he's fighting that he ain't worried about losing. You know what I'm saying? He don't think he gonna lose to nobody. So, I think Canelo will fight whoever they put in front of him, to be honest with you, man. Hey, but Nicholas, man, me and you we gonna have this conversation again, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have this conversation again about the mighty tank. You know what I'm saying? You heard what Leonard Ellerby said, man. Javante Davis gonna be the best fighter in the world. You heard what he said, man. You know? So you just be on the lookout for that, fam. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. In the meantime and in between time, I want y'all to stay blessed and keep on supporting the sport that we love called boxing. Peace. I'll holler back.